The VIOFO A229 Pro 3-channel dashcam sits near the top of VIOFO's mainstream dashcam range, above the A229 Plus and below the newer A329 series. It promises sharper footage, broader coverage, and better protection than VIOFO's cheaper models, making it an attractive option for everyone from daily commuters to rideshare drivers. But premium protection comes at a premium price. Even though it's currently discounted to around $299 through the link below for a limited time, it still costs roughly twice as much as some of the best budget dash cams I recently reviewed, which I'll also link to in the description. That raises an important question. Is the A229 Pro genuinely delivering footage that's worth paying that much more for, or are you simply paying extra for features that make very little difference in the real world? In this review, I'll take a look at the footage quality during the day and at night, see how well it captures number plates, examine its parking mode, installation, reliability, and long-term ownership, then compare it with its biggest rivals to find out whether the VIOFO A229 Pro really deserves its higher-end pricing. Plus, there are also some hidden costs, which I'll get to in Section 6. One of the biggest reasons buyers choose the A229 Pro over cheaper dash cams is that it doesn't just focus on what's happening in front of your car. The 3-channel version records the road ahead, the traffic behind, and everything happening inside the cabin at the same time. That extra coverage could make a crucial difference if you're involved in a rear-end collision, carry passengers for work, or need evidence of what happened inside the vehicle. The trade-off, however, is that recording 3 cameras simultaneously places greater demands on storage, meaning footage fills up much faster than on a single or dual-channel system. VIOFO has also focused heavily on improving image quality where many dashcams struggle the most: challenging lighting conditions. The upgraded Sony Starvis 2 sensors are designed to reduce image noise, improve low-light performance, and make important details, like number plates, easier to identify after dark. High dynamic range recording is intended to cope better with situations such as driving into a low sun or facing bright headlights at night. Those are exactly the situations where cheaper dashcams often struggle, but whether these improvements are genuinely noticeable is something we'll examine in the next section. Beyond image quality, the A229 Pro is designed to be easier to live with over the long term. The supercapacitor should cope better with extreme temperatures than traditional lithium batteries, while built-in global positioning system tracking, voice control, and dual-band Wi-Fi are intended to make using the camera more convenient day-to-day. However, some of the most useful features, including parking mode, still require additional accessories that aren't included as standard, increasing the real cost of ownership. Taken together, the A229 Pro certainly promises more than the average dash cam. But promises don't prove value. The next step is finding out whether the footage itself is actually good enough to justify paying the premium. Across multiple independent reviews, the A229 Pro consistently produces some of the sharpest footage in its class. During the day, reviewers found plenty of detail across the frame, making nearby number plates easier to read and allowing smaller details to remain visible if footage needs to be enlarged after an incident. Nighttime is a much tougher test, and it's where many budget dash cams begin to fall behind. Here, the A229 Pro generally performs very well, with reviewers praising its ability to control headlight glare while preserving detail elsewhere in the image. That said, it's important to keep your expectations realistic. Like every consumer dashcam, it still has limitations. At motorway speeds, over longer distances, or on poorly lit roads, number plates can still become difficult or even impossible to read. The rear camera is another area where the A229 Pro receives consistently positive feedback. Unlike many competing systems, reviewers found it captured unusually detailed footage during both the day and at night, making it a genuine strength rather than an afterthought. I have to admit, the available evidence suggests the A229 Pro does deliver a meaningful improvement in image quality over many cheaper dash cams. But before you decide to buy, let's take a look at the parking mode, because getting hit when you're not in the car can be a real problem when it comes to insurance claims. The A229 Pro offers 3 different parking modes, each designed for a different balance of protection, storage, and battery usage. However, to use any of them, you'll first need the optional hardwire kit, which costs around $20 to $30. Or if you want dedicated all-day battery backup instead of drawing from your car's battery, you can pick up VIOFO's own battery pack at around $299 via the link below. For most people, buffered auto event detection is likely to be the best option. Rather than only recording after an impact, it also saves footage from before and after the event, giving you much more context if someone hits your parked vehicle or causes damage before driving away. Time-lapse recording is better suited to longer parking periods because it reduces power consumption and storage requirements, while low bitrate recording continuously records in smaller file sizes but at the expense of image quality. Based on independent testing and owner feedback, the parking mode generally performs well and reliably captures incidents. That said, there are a few compromises. It draws more power than some competing premium systems, and owners in very hot climates have reported occasional reliability issues during extended parking sessions. You'll also need to choose the mode that best suits how long your vehicle is parked and how much battery drain you're prepared to accept. I'm going to rate the A229 Pro's parking protection as capable, but it's not the absolute best in class. I'll mention some alternatives in Section 7. The good news is that installing the A229 Pro itself is fairly straightforward. The front camera mounts to the windscreen with an adhesive pad, while the built-in screen makes it easy to position before you permanently stick it in place. If you're using the included power cable, most people should be able to get up and running in just a few minutes. The more time-consuming part is installing the rear and interior cameras neatly. Routing the 6-meter rear cable through the headliner and interior trim takes patience. And if you're planning to use parking mode, you'll also need to hardwire the camera into your vehicle's fuse box using the optional HK4 kit. If you're not comfortable working with vehicle electrics, professional installation may be worthwhile. Day-to-day use is generally simple. The menus are easy to navigate, voice commands let you perform common tasks without taking your hands off the wheel, and the companion app makes it easy to review and download footage. However, while the app works well overall, some owners report occasional connection issues, so don't expect it to be perfect. I'd say the installation is beginner-friendly if you're only using the supplied power cable, but enabling all of the A229 Pro's features requires more time, extra hardware, and in some cases, a little technical confidence. To make this review as fair and comprehensive as possible, I looked through long-term owner feedback alongside professional reviews to see whether any recurring problems appeared after months of use. On the positive side, most owners report that the A229 Pro captures footage consistently, delivers the image quality they expected, and remains dependable over the long term. VIOFO has also released regular firmware updates addressing several issues reported by early adopters. However, that doesn't mean it's flawless. The most common complaints involve occasional Wi-Fi connection issues, recording problems caused by low-quality memory cards, and reports of overheating during extended parking mode in very hot climates. However, these heat-related issues appear to affect a relatively small number of owners, with many others reporting no problems even after prolonged use. So if you're prepared to spend upwards of $300 on a dash cam, then the A229 Pro starts to justify itself as a long-term investment. However, there's one final cost many buyers overlook, and it can make a noticeable difference to the total price you'll actually pay. If you buy the A229 Pro at its current discounted price of around $299, available at the time of recording via the link below, that's unlikely to be your final bill. Add a 256GB high-endurance microSD card, which typically costs around $30 to $40, and if you decide you want parking mode, the HK4 hardwire kit adds another $20 to $30. That brings your total to roughly $350 to $370. If you also want VIOFO's dedicated battery pack, also available via the link below, instead of using your vehicle's battery, you're looking at around $650 all in. That doesn't necessarily make the A229 Pro poor value, but it does make it much more important to compare it against the competition. By this point, I think the A229 Pro has earned its place as one of the strongest premium dash cams in its class. However, the right choice depends on what you value most. If your priority is the best possible image quality, I'd choose the A229 Pro over the cheaper A229 Plus. Both are excellent dash cams, but the Pro consistently captures more detail, particularly in challenging lighting conditions, making the extra cost worthwhile if footage quality is your deciding factor. If parking protection matters more than outright image quality, I'd also look at the Thinkware U3000. Its radar-assisted parking mode and lower power consumption give it an edge if your vehicle spends long periods parked, even though I'd still give the advantage to the A229 Pro for overall video quality. If you're a taxi or rideshare driver, the Vantrue N5S is another strong alternative. Its additional cabin coverage makes it particularly well-suited to carrying passengers, although the A229 Pro still has the edge when it comes to overall image quality. Finally, if you're shopping on a tighter budget, don't automatically dismiss alternatives such as the Redtiger F7NA. Its front camera uses the same Sony Starvis 2 sensor as the A229 Pro, so front-facing image quality is surprisingly competitive. The A229 Pro justifies its higher price through a stronger rear camera, a more refined feature set, and a more polished overall ownership experience. For me, unless parking mode is your highest priority or you have very specific needs, the A229 Pro strikes the best balance. It isn't the cheapest option, and it isn't the absolute best at every individual feature, but when you consider the complete package, it's a solid pick in my view. So who should buy the A229 Pro? The answer really comes down to what you expect from your dash cam. I'd buy the A229 Pro if you want some of the best image quality available, regularly drive at night, want the added security of front, rear, and interior recording, and you're happy to pay more for a camera that's built to last. I'd probably avoid it if you're simply looking for basic accident recording, rarely drive after dark, don't need 3-camera coverage, or you're trying to keep costs down. In those situations, a cheaper dash cam will often give you everything you actually need while saving you a considerable amount of money. If you decide it's the right dash cam for you, I've linked the best current price in the description below. If you'd rather save some money, check out my video covering the best cheap dash cams appearing on the screen now. You might find one that's a better fit for your needs.